There are individuals who make more money in a single month than others physically grind an entire year to reach. They do not possess any supernatural abilities or extra limbs, not because they work 10 times harder than you do, nor because their raw intelligence is somehow superior to yours. The brutal truth is, they are playing a completely different game altogether. The vast majority of us grew up with an incredibly familiar, pre-programmed life script. You must study extremely hard, strive for prestigious degrees, secure a stable 9-to-5 office job, and then everything will just be fine. But take a hard look at the reality out there. There are countless people working to pure exhaustion for years, leaving early and returning late, yet their salary remains completely stagnant. Meanwhile, people your exact same age, with the exact same poor starting point, easily pocket 6 figures every single year. So what actually creates such a terrifyingly massive income gap? Is it because they luckily won the lottery? Do they have secret connections? Or is it a much deeper mechanism that schools deliberately never teach? In today's video, we will grab a scalpel and dissect the entire secret world of the highest-paying jobs on the planet. We don't have the free time to sit around just listing the titles of those jobs. Rather, we are going to strip bare the exact way they truly operate behind the curtain. The most fatal mistake the vast majority makes is automatically equating a high-paying job to being a good job. They look at the flashy numbers and blindly jump right in. But the ruthless reality is not every high-paying job was inherently born for you to do. And more importantly, 99% of people have absolutely zero understanding of the root reason why a job pays so much money. If you fail to grasp the core principle that constructs that value, you will blindly choose the wrong direction, waste decades of precious youth, and be permanently imprisoned in the cage of average income. Therefore, to avoid delusions, let's simplify everything down to its absolute essence. All jobs capable of generating massive income in this world are governed by exactly 3 unique pillars of power. Group number 1, making money based on razor-sharp skills. You get paid a mountain of cash simply because you are exceptionally brilliant in a specific field. Group number 2, making money based on shouldering risk. You get paid because you dare to plunge into places where the terrified crowd turns back. Group number 3, making money based on the power of leverage. You get paid because you know how to build automated machines that clone your value millions of times. Once you deeply absorb the mechanics of these 3 groups, you will see right through the entire game of money. Let's step through the very first door, the group making money through skills. This is the fairest, safest, and most common path for you to break through into the high-income tier. Let's take the software engineering profession as a prime example. At giant tech conglomerates, a developer can easily pocket $100,000, $200,000 a year, or even unimaginable numbers. They sit in air-conditioned rooms, type on keyboards, and drink coffee. Sounds completely amazing, right? But what outsiders will absolutely never comprehend is the massive price that must be paid. They must endure brain-draining interviews. They must constantly destroy and rebuild their knowledge because tech becomes obsolete daily. And the truth is, the company doesn't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just for them to sit and type code. The company pays for them to solve critical system failures that could vaporize millions of corporate dollars in a single night. Next, look at the master copywriters and the art of sales. These are professions extremely undervalued by society. Many even completely look down upon sales jobs. But if you possess the ability to manipulate mass psychology use words to persuade strangers to open their wallets and directly bring massive cash flow into the company, earning $10,000 or $50,000 a month is completely normal. Where does the exact reason lie? Because your position stands closest to the absolute financial bloodstream of the business. You bring them $1 million, they won't hesitate to throw you $100,000. You are their literal money-printing machine. The exact same applies to high-tier video editors. If you are just a random video chopper on the internet, you will struggle to compete for literal pennies. But if you have the ability to retain viewers from the first second to the last, detonating view counts for massive creators, they will willingly pay you thousands of dollars per project because you are directly helping them make tens of thousands from advertising. In summary, the immutable formula for the skill group is, the harder you are to replace, the rarer your skill, the higher the amount of money you receive. But even if your skills reach a literal godlike level, you remain bound by a brutally cruel invisible limit, which is that you only have 24 hours every single day. That is precisely why another elite group decides to veer off onto a much bloodier path. Group number 2, making money by betting heavily on risk. Welcome to the brutal battlefield of financial trading and investing, where some people sleep and wake up as millionaires, yet countless others lose their entire life savings and jump off buildings. Make no mistake, this is absolutely not a normal wage-earning job. This is a savage psychological game where you must confront your own greed and terror. And the iron law here is the more massive the risk you shoulder, the more monumental the reward you receive. The path of a startup entrepreneur follows this exact same track. You step out to start a company. Nobody pays you a salary at the end of the month, no unemployment insurance, no holidays. You are the absolute first to arrive, the last to leave, and frequently the one with zero pay when the company struggles. But once that machine begins to turn a profit, your income has absolutely zero stopping point. The naked truth of this group is you are pawning today's peace and safety to gamble for a massive empire tomorrow. But if you think risk is already the absolute peak, you are dead wrong. We step into the territory of the rulers. Group number 3, making money through leverage. This is where every theorem about trading time for money is completely shattered to pieces. Look closely at true, authentic business owners. They never ever do everything by themselves. They build a flawless system, then use money to buy the time and brain power of the very best people from Group 1. And the result is, even while they are in a deep sleep or traveling, that system never stops grinding out raw cash. Or look at the terrifying power of top-tier content creators. They utilize media leverage. They only expend the effort to create one single video. But thanks to social media platforms, that video can clone itself infinitely, reaching millions of eyes globally active day and night. They are utilizing the leverage of time, the leverage of technology, and the leverage of audience scale. Owners of media organizations or service agencies play the exact same game. They escape the role of a mere craftsman. They step up to the position of an orchestra conductor. They hunt for massive contracts, delegate work to employees, and feast on the gargantuan margins. This is the exact phase where your wealth curve shoots vertically straight into the sky, if we are forced to place these 3 paths on a scale. Third place belongs to the skill group. It brings an affluent, stable life, but you remain a high-class prisoner of time. Second place is the risk group, the ability to get rich insanely fast, but extremely easy to push you off an empty cliff. And the absolute throne definitely belongs to the leverage group, the path soaked in the most sweat and tears initially, yet holding the most unparalleled power to completely liberate you. There is a painful truth that the vast majority out there constantly refuse to face, which is that they will never, and under no circumstances, ever touch a high income level. Not because their capability is incompetent, but because deep inside, survival instincts constantly drive them to dodge all risks, fear heavy responsibilities, and be absolutely terrified of change. But you must understand, money never has eyes to automatically seek out cowards. It constantly flows according to a ruthlessly cruel law of attraction. If you truly crave to smash the absolute limits of your own income, you must force yourself out of the comfort zone. You must create rarer values, dare to face crazier risks, and learn to wield far greater leverage. And the final lesson that must be engraved deeply into your mind: this ruthless society will absolutely never pay you a single penny just because you sweat profusely and work hard. They solely pay you based purely on the sheer scale of the problems that you are capable of solving. And once this exact truth pierces completely through your awareness, you will instantly stop sprinting frantically inside meaningless hamster wheels and begin to wake up to choose the exact right game for yourself to win.